Annica Moore, a finn civil szervezet, a Mothers in Business, anyák a munkavilágában ügyvezető igazgatója. A hálózat a karrierorientált édesanyákat támogatja abban, hogy egyensúlyt tudjanak tartani a munka és a családi élet között. Annica elkötelezetten küzd a munka és a magánélet egyensúlyáért és a munkahelyi egyenlőségért. Korábban a Finn Nemzeti Oktatási Ügynökség és az UNESCO munkatársa volt. Társadalom, illetve politikatudományból is szerzett mesterdiplomát.
Hi everyone, my name is Annica Moore and I'm super excited about talking to you about mothers in business today and about how to make your career goals and your family life goals come true or at least how to make your life easier combining the two. I'm gonna set off by talking a little bit about the organization in itself, how it came to being and why, then a little bit about the Finnish context, and then finishing off by three characteristics of a successful combination of these two elements, meaning career and family life. So how to make it work, saving the best to the end. Anyway, so Mothers in Business is a network of thousands of mothers, of parents, mostly mothers, let's face it, who want to help each other out in this sort of age-old dilemma of combining work life and family life. And we do this in creating opportunities for skills development, for networking, for helping each other out, for doing interesting things during parental leaves, and by also advocacy that we work on. And the aim is basically to provide meaningful content and contacts for people when they have become moms. Also because we found that motherhood hinders people's careers much more than fatherhood does. Fatherhood tends to actually advance men's careers, well then motherhood does the opposite for women. We have around 5,000 members around Finland. We have only been in existence for around 5 years, so everything has happened very rapidly. It has been a very sort of clear success story, and it tells of the fact that something like this was needed in society. And I'll tell you a bit more about why. We have noticed that moms need a little bit of promotion in working life. We have a bit of a bad reputation, and I don't understand why. There are stereotypes, there are some taboos having to do with working moms, and it has to do, I guess, with the norms that exist in society that say what you are allowed to do and what you aren't. And this means that women tend to be discriminated in the workforce, and there is this thinking that moms are less motivated when they return to work after having kids than other people. So what this means is also that women tend to face discrimination in working life, unfortunately, and that promotions that have been promised have been taken back, and when returning from maternity leave, maybe the same job isn't there anymore, but somebody else has taken your place. These exist to a large extent. 24-25% of our membership have reported instances of discrimination having to do with their role as a mother, and it is a huge societal problem that we are trying to then come to change just by also being who we are, being loud and clear about how good addition to any inclusive workforce and working place women and mothers are. There are certain skills that you learn as a parent. They have to do with prioritization. They have to do with time management. They have to do with negotiation skills. Ever try to leave home with a with a 3-year-old? You need all sorts of skills of negotiation, of persuasion, of time management, and otherwise you just sort of lose your mind. But you learn a lot about yourself also, and about basic human psychology as a parent. And these are all skills that actually make us as parents also a very good addition to any employment facility. And we need to be proud about our parenthood and sort of take the place that is rightfully ours in the workforce. A little bit about the context in Finland, because it's important to notice that in Finland, women's employment rate is very high. It's very close to the men's employment rate. It's only a sort of 2 percentage points under men's employment. And this, what this means is that we have basically a system where both parents are in the workforce, so both parents work, but then when it is so that only women take care of the kids, it becomes a dual burden for the women. So this is something that we are trying to steer away from towards a more equal division of labor at home and with childcare through renewing our parental benefit system. At the moment, we have a very generous parental benefit system, so you get around 9 to 10 months of parental leave, which can be divided very equally, but it isn't divided equally. Women use over 90% of all parental benefits, also because of the mentioned norms, but also because it's become the way to do it. So this is now we're trying to change this now in society by allocating quotas for both men or for both parents in a way that it will be divided more equally in the future. So both will have a 6-month quota, and then there will be this 1 month extra for the woman giving birth. This hopefully will also change the norms and change the thinking for employers, because now a lot of the sort of discrimination has also to do with the fact that women take all this leave and can be away from work for up to 3 years with a child and then still have the right to come back. So there's a lot of thinking that there's a lot of thinking that we don't really want to hire a young woman because they will just sort of have a baby and leave. So we rather hire a young man, even if they're less qualified. And while there is legislation to protect women from this kind of activities, it doesn't really work because there's always these loopholes and such. So unfortunately, this is still the case, but hopefully there will be change through this more equal division of labor at home. Why I find having this sort of a change of mentality very important in the workplace is because I always tend to say that family-friendly working environments and having equal opportunities in working life is what will eventually break the glass ceilings, and having these opportunities for women to focus on their careers, to climb up the sort of hierarchies, and not have to think about sort of whether or not they can have children, but have the support that they need through the flexibility of working life, um, will help women raise the ranks in organizations. Because already now we are in a situation in Finland where women are more highly educated than men in general, and where there is this shift happening where women want to focus on their careers, and a lot of women are contemplating whether or not they can have children and have their careers. So we need to break this kind of cycle, and to make it possible for women to have it both through equal division of labor at home, and then through family-friendly working life environments. I have 3 conditions basically on how to make it work for you. and first of all, I have to say that it starts off with sort of these attitude change, and saying out loud what you want in life, and then asking for support, because we can't really do it alone. We need some sort of support system, and easiest way to get that support is by basically having a spouse that carries their responsibilities and does their share at home. Now, everybody doesn't, of course, have a spouse, so it can also have to do with sort of different support structures, having reliable and quality childcare facilities or options available for single moms, having a support system through sort of parents helping out when you need to, I don't know, focus on a very important presentation. But the best way is to share responsibility and to ask for help. Because when you have these people around you that are willing to share the burden and share the care with you, and you have these, hopefully, a partner that can really appreciate your ambitions and support your career goals as well, then you're already quite far in getting where you want to be. Then, second of all, we need flexible, family-friendly employers that care for their employees' well-being. And I think this is really key, because the people who are happy and healthy are usually more productive as well. So it's a win-win situation. This means options for teleworking from home, focus on accomplishments rather than on where you are doing your work, or also it also means an absolute no on discrimination based on pregnancy or based on your wish to have a child. So this kind of possibilities for flexibility relating to family life are key for, your choice of employment. If you are in a position where you can check around and see what kind of employer you're interested in, or if you're in a position where you're maybe looking to change, look at these points. How the boss that you're also interviewing, remember that you will be also interviewing for your next job, and it's not just them interviewing you. Ask them how family friendly they are, or what kind of flexibility they have at work. See what they say. And if they find these questions problematic, then it might be a problematic place to work at. Then, also, thirdly, we need a functional social security system that encourages a break from work, and also it supports the return to work afterwards. So we need legislation that helps you maintain the job that you had before you went on this break as well. And then we have to have generous parental leave incentives for men to use parental leaves as well, so that we do have this system where the care can be shared, because it starts from there. When you share from a very early age all the responsibilities, then it's easier in the future to share the responsibilities for the rest of the child's life. Lastly, I want to encourage you by saying it can be done. It really can be done. Spell out your mission and your dreams and tell them to people, tell them to your spouse and hopefully also to your boss. And if they are understanding and if they're good people, they will be, and they want the best for you. Thank you for your time and for your attention.